Inspector Gadget. Wowzer.
Wowzer.
I'm going to say straight away, this is rubbish. Right, let's get into it. Inspector Gadget is from 1999. It lasts about around 20 minutes, and it stars Matthew Broderick as Inspector Gadget, Officer Brown. It stars Rupert Everett as Sanford Skolex, aka Claw.
Next time, Gadget. I promise I'll get you next time.
And it stars Jolie Fisher as Brenda Bradford. What's the tagline? The long arm of the law just got a little longer. Okay, fair enough. So this is obviously based on the cartoon series Inspector Gadget from the 80s, I think, and nice music. Yeah, the movie opens with the theme tune from this TV show, minus the lyrics, but great little theme tune, really catchy. One of the classics of the 80s, like Thundercats.
Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are loose. Feel the magic, hear the roar. Thundercats are loose.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power.
Brave Star.
In a distant time and faraway place, the planet of New Texas floats deep in space. Sky of 3 suns, land of precious ore. The Carrium Rush brought outlaws by the score.
Bucky O'Hare.
In another dimension, another time and space, a parallel universe is falling on its face. When out of the chaos, who else could it be but the animal adventurers from SPACE? Bucky! Captain Bucky O'Hare!
Dogtanian.
One for all and all for one. Masker hands are always ready. One for all and all for one. Helping everybody.
Willy Fogg.
Hey, now the story must go on, 'cause a lot of time is gone. We must be ready to go away. 80 days around the world, we'll find a pot of gold, just sitting where the rainbows end.
Let's have a quick look at a couple of the posters. This is the one I'm familiar with. This is the one I think it's on Disney Plus. And yeah, the good guy, the bad guy, the title, that's all you need really. That's standard. That's fine. The ultimate crime fighting tool. I like it. Yeah, this is alright. Looks a bit different, a bit darker. Fine though, for a family movie. Yeah. And that's plenty. Right, okay. This movie follows Matthew Broderick's character, John Brown, a security guard who dreams of being a heroic cop, but just can't quite make it as anything other than a security guard. He crosses paths with the villainous Claw, who basically kills him, and then a helpful doctor rebuilds him like Robocop. Robocop for kids. That's not a bad way to look at it, I suppose. Just a bad movie. Right, okay. Well, so John Brown, security guard, he lives with his niece Penny and their dog Brain. Sanford Skolex, who will become Claw, is an evil billionaire, I guess, who wants to build an army of evil clones or evil robots or something that he can control. Don't know why. Well, billionaires are usually greedy. That's true. Dr. Brenda Bradford and her father, Dr. Bradford Sr., yeah, they're working on building robotics, and they built a human foot, weird thing to start with, and they can't figure out how to make it work, and then they realise it'll work if you have a good heart. Oh my god, that's not science.
We did it! We moved the foot!
Sanford Skolex sees this, and he wants this technology, so he bursts into the lab one night, kills the father. Yeah, this is a family movie for kids. Kill this old guy. Well, they do kill this old guy, steal the foot and escape. John Brown wants to do the right thing, he wants to be a hero, and he also is secretly in love with Brenda, so he gives chase and he is blown up. There's a big car chase, they crash beside the big sign that says Yahoo! What does that mean? Yahoo were basically trying to be as big as Google in 1999. This did not age well. It did not. The sign collapses, traps the cars. Sanford Skull X throws a bomb at Matthew Perry, at Matthew Broderick, and yeah, basically kills him too. Almost. You see him, he's in hospital, and he's in a full body cast. Very conical. And then Brenda is like, hey, that guy tried to save my father's life and tried to bring down the bad guys. He is perfect for my new Gadget program. Yeah, so we get a little montage of Matthew Broderick being operated on. Yeah, they're like putting slinkies and strings and all this stuff inside them. That'll kill him? Well, it doesn't kill him. He comes to and he realises his fingers can turn into lighters, pencil sharpeners, knives, bottle openers, all sorts. And very funny little montage. Oh, did you like it? No, that's sarcasm. Alright. Okay. Now, when the bad guy blew up Matthew Broderick, he also accidentally managed to crush his own hand. Yeah, so his doctor, his private doctor, Andy Dick, gives him a claw for a hand, and now he's called Claw. Brenda gives Matthew Broderick a trench coat, an overcoat for some reason. Yeah, he's like Raphael now. Yeah, I don't know why he has to wear this, but he has to wear this, and he is now called Inspector Gadget. Yeah, she also gives him a car that can talk, and is really annoying. It is a bit.
Go Gadget Mobile?
Good morning, Riverton. Hey, who's in the car? I work alone. Hey, before we hit the road, I gotta tell you something. Duck!
And then Sanford Skull X Claw builds a clone of Inspector Gadget. An evil clone, exactly like the original, but this time he's evil and he's got big turkey teeth. Yeah. And a black square on his tie so he can tell them apart if they ever should meet. I wonder if they ever will. Evil robot Gadget is sent out to cause chaos and destruction, and does he ever? We see him jumping on a policeman's desk, we see him jumping on a couple of cars, and then next thing you know the whole city's on fire, and hundreds of people are running for their lives. It escalates pretty quickly. Inspector Gadget is captured by Claw, and they remove the master chip that controls all of his functions, and basically he is now dead. Yeah, so they just chuck him in a trash heap. Yeah. But what they didn't remove was a tracking chip, so the car, Brenda, and Penny and Brain all head to where the chip is and find Inspector Gadget, and Penny's saying, oh no, he's dead, they've removed his chip. Oh well. Yeah, not that upset. She gets to keep the dog, I suppose. Well, Brenda says, oh, it doesn't matter about the chip. As long as he has a good heart, he'll survive. Yeah, then she kisses him and he comes back to life. What a lot of crap. Yeah. So he goes after the evil robot Gadget. They have a big fight. Yeah, not that big. It's a bit strange in parts. It is a bit strange. It's, yeah, got a couple of callbacks to things that happened earlier in the movie, like the toothpaste. Yeah, they go nowhere. Yeah, they do go nowhere. But while they're having a big fight on a bridge in the centre of town, Penny and Brain go to confront Claw's henchman, whatever his name is. The guy, the superintendent from Friends. Yeah, that guy. And they're looking for evidence. And Brenda gets in the car and chases after Claw, who's making his getaway in his limousine. Yeah. And then they catch him, and he just, like, takes her prisoner. What is her plan? I don't know. But they've also made an evil clone of Brenda. Don't know why. And she's not evil, she's just annoying. Just does aerobics all the time, and then falls off a roof and dies. It's got some odd choices, this movie. And the real trouble in this movie is Matthew Broderick. Anything he says in the movie is delivered in the same tone of voice. It's all flat. Whether it's "you're under arrest," at some point he says, "I feel the need for speed." And the way I just said it is more emotive than he did.
Let's see what you can do, Gadget Mobile. So I feel the need for speed.
He doesn't have the best delivery. And to be honest, when he's playing the evil Robo Gadget, it does feel forced. He's not the most natural evil laugher. He's crap. Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan either, to be honest. Anyway, all comes to a head with the evil Robo Gadget being beheaded. Gadget rips his head off and chucks it into the sea. And then there's a helicopter chase. Gadget chases Claw and Brenda in a helicopter. And yeah, and then Claw takes him up to the helicopter like James Bond does to Blofeld. And then Brenda jumps out the helicopter onto Gadget's back and they both fall to earth. Yeah, and eventually, after trying everything that you can think of, Inspector Gadget finally gets a little parasol to open up from his hat, and somehow that slows him down enough to have a safe landing. And then the Claw also jumps out of the helicopter, because the helicopter malfunctions. Don't know where that crashes into a school. We'll never know. Well, he falls to earth, but he lands in Gadget's car, which quickly puts a cage around him and says, "Here we go, boys, we've got the bad guys." And then Brenda and Gadget kiss, and then Claw is hauled off to jail, and he says, "I'll get you next time, Gadget." Is that from the series? Yes, it is. But in a much cooler voice.
I promise I'll get you next time.
And in the series, you never actually see what Claw looks like. Huh. Weird. And that's the end. Yeah. Rubbish. I mean, even for kids, I don't know, I think there's a lot in here that I think kids would enjoy. Younger kids especially. You know, the man that can do all these strange, funny things. The characters are colourful. The dog, it doesn't do much. It doesn't. Although, it does speak in the closing credits for some reason. I don't know where that came from.
Brain is not here. Please leave a message at the sound of the wolf. Woof!
There's a few mid-credit scenes, like about 20. Well, there's a few anyway, I don't know about 20. One of them shows a meeting of supervillains, and one of them is Jaws from the James Bond movies. Richard Kiel, yeah, Richard Kiel, and one of them is Mr. T. It's so strange. They're cameos with no lines, with no jokes, nothing. They're just there sitting in the audience watching Rupert Everett speak. Or watching Rupert Everett's minions speak, actually. So weird. Anyway, if you get any trivia? Yes. So you said the dog talks in the end credits. That's right. Well, his voice is provided by Don Adams, who did the voice of Inspector Gadget in the cartoons. Oh, that's right. Don Adams from Get Smart. He played... That's right. Did he play Inspector Gadget? I know. Right. Anything else? Yeah. Brendan Fraser is considered for this role, but he said no, because he was making something called Dudley Do-Right. I know what Dudley Do-Right is. It's about a Canadian Mountie based on another cartoon series, I think. Norcrat, as far as I know. Anything else? Yeah, there is a sequel to this. Really? Yeah. 2003, Inspector Gadget 2, starring French Stewart as Inspector Gadget. Right, okay. And Tony Narton as the Claw. Right, I don't know who that is. I don't know what any of this is. Have you seen it? Let us know. Yeah, let us know. Did you like this as a kid? Do you like it now? Does it hold memories for you? Or was it always not very good? I don't know. It's hard to say as an adult watching it for the first time, but I didn't really enjoy it. Shit. Right, okay. Hit like, hit subscribe, go watch another video.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.